Hello everyone. Konrad from CGLM.EU here, welcoming you warmly. Welcome to another part of the material about various products from different manufacturers. Before we dive into the main topic, I strongly encourage you to subscribe, share, and give thumbs up on my YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram channels. Today, we have another model of hoist from the Chainmaster company. It's the SB4.1/12J model. This hoist is from 2018 and you may come across it as a hoist available in the secondary market. Let's start, as usual, with the nameplate. This hoist is a D8 Plus hoist with a lifting capacity of 500 kilograms. The lifting speed is 4 meters per minute. The hoist weighs approximately 32 kilograms and each meter of the chain weighs about 1.4 kilograms. This hoist can be prepared for a load of 1 ton. Here is a place where you can install a chain, and instead of a single hook, you can install a hook block. The nameplate indicates that the hoist can then lift 1000 kilograms. The lifting speed is, of course, twice as slow at 2 meters per minute. Remember, if this information is not on the nameplate, contact the manufacturer for official information. However, it's highly likely that a hoist without this specification cannot have a hook block installed. An important piece of information here is the ED parameter, which is 25%. This means that after 15 minutes of continuous operation, you'll need a 45-minute break. Consider if this is sufficient for your needs. This hoist is rated with an IP54 protection degree. Now, let's look at the hoist from the outside. First, the handles, they are wide and sturdy. For comparison, here's a handle from a newer model, and you can see the difference. These handles are still very solid. Maybe Chainmaster will return to this design. That would be nice. Next, the chain guides, they are made of plastic, providing a safer chain operation. However, they may need replacement from time to time, as wear is visible, mainly due to not straightening the chain during winding. I always remind you to straighten the chains before winding or during the process. Under chain guide plate, there's another one also made of plastic. This is a standard Chainmaster solution. It will be challenging to pull a twisted chain inside. It can be done if the guide is severely damaged. However, the friction between the guide and the chain will be significant, theoretically preventing the chain from reaching the chain drive wheel, leading to clutch slippage. In such a situation, both guides need replacement. Of course, it might happen that the twisted chain goes further. Then, under chain guides, there's a chain tensioner made of metal, and we can damage it. We can destroy our chain in this way, damage the metal tensioner, the chain drive wheel, and in an extreme case, the housing might crack. As for external elements, it's a DC-type hoist, powered and controlled by a single cable. Now, let's look at the hook. Let me quickly open it, and you'll see how it looks inside. Why is this solution better than others? As you can see, the screws unscrewed easily. To clarify, the last time this hoist was serviced was in February 2022. The video was recorded in 2023, so it has a year of operation. The screws are exposed to harsh weather conditions, and the conservator did a good job, as you can see. Alright, let's open this hook. Here is our hook. Everything is well lubricated. This is also the result of last year's service, so everything has held up nicely. Now, for starters, we see how easily we can check the first links of the chain. This is a significant advantage of this solution. Next, we can easily inspect the bearing and the entire construction of the hook. The only thing that occasionally happens, although it is rare, is damage to this protruding element. I don't know if it will be visible. This is the element that secures the hook from moving inside its housing. Sometimes this element may break. Unfortunately, in that case, the entire housing or even the entire hook must be replaced if there is an issue with availability. This is how the hook-related matters look. Let me show you how this hoist looks from below. We have a handle here where we attach shackles and hang whatever we want. This is the simplest solution. Of course, a swivel hook can also be used, and it is available as an option. The suspension point has additional holes. We can move it left or right. This is done so that after installing the hook block, the load axis shifts from one hole to another. This shift forces us to swap the position of this handle so that the hoist works as the manufacturer intended. Okay, now let's take a look inside. We'll start from the other side, about which I couldn't talk in the previous material about Chainmaster hoists, because that version is newer. In this older version, the electrical connection is on this side and the gearbox is below. Thanks to this, we can take a look here. Is this a better solution? No. A newer solution, where the gearbox is on this side from the start, is better because all the electrical installations, connections, wire routing, and so on are on one side. It's more convenient for maintenance. Let's take a look inside. Here we go. We have the entire power and control cable connection. There's not much philosophy here. These are the only things on this side of the hoist. There's not much to talk about, so let's move on. As mentioned earlier, this is a D8 Plus hoist. We have 2 brakes installed and 2 brake rectifiers, so they are independent installations. The first brake is activated immediately after stopping the hoist, while the second is activated with a slight delay. This ensures that the safety brake is fully functional all the time. It's a very cool solution. As you can see, not much can go wrong here. The enemy of this hoist, as usual, is water. Sometimes it can get inside, causing problems because it starts to corrode brake elements and the clutch. Underneath, if everything is disassembled, there is a clutch. This clutch can also stick if not used. So, as I mentioned in previous materials, occasionally perform a controlled slip of the clutch. We do it like this. We drive until our lock stops against the guides. And for a second, we run the hoist so that the lock is pressed against the guide. Then you will hear the clutch slipping. If you don't hear the motor running or hear some strange buzzing, it means the clutch is stuck and you need to withdraw the hoist from operation. Hand it over to the maintenance. They will either manage to save it, unblock and clean it, or unfortunately, you will have to replace the clutch. So now let's try. Move the clutch a bit. Let it slip a little. This way, we can take care of our clutch. Don't perform this operation for too long because the clutch will wear out quickly. Just like in a car, if someone doesn't know how to operate the clutch in a manual transmission. Exactly the same thing can happen here, so be very careful. And that's basically all about this hoist. It is also a straightforward design. The most common failures that occur in this hoist are damage to the contactor, damage to one of the rectifiers, and of course, issues related to the clutch. Moisture that gets inside can unfortunately ruin this device, and repairs can be very costly. You can find videos of repairs for such damages on my channel. Of course, as mentioned earlier, Chainmaster does not allow anyone, including authorized service centers like mine, to open the gearbox. So, if anything happens to the gearbox, Even if there is a minor leak on the housing or inside due to a seal on the shaft, unfortunately, you will have to send the hoist directly to the manufacturer in Germany. However, this is not only a rule for the Chainmaster company. Most European hoist manufacturers have such restrictions regarding maintenance. That would be it for this hoist. Please remember to subscribe, share, and give thumbs up on my channels on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. More materials will be coming soon. If you have any questions about hoists or if you're looking for a technician, feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to advise, chat, and of course, repair if needed. Warm regards to everyone. Goodbye. English version was created using the script and ChatGPT.